Welcome back, guys. This is Lindsay with Garage Gym Reviews. It has been a very long time since I have done any sort of elliptical review, but don't you fret because today is the day. Now, ellipticals are a great use of cardio. If you don't like running, maybe you don't like rowing, but you want to have some active cardio that's easy on your joints, that's low impact, and honestly, most ellipticals are at a good price point. Then be sure to watch this video because I'm going to give you 4 of my top favorite ellipticals. Now you can also go over to garagegymreviews.com to see our full list of best ellipticals for your home gym if you want more details than the ones I'm going to give you today. Also, if you want to go ahead and purchase any of these, we have placed a link below the like button for you to use. And lastly, some of these were sent to us by the company, but as always, this is an honest, transparent review. Now, the first one on the list is from Soul. It is the E25. I think that this is probably one of the best ellipticals out there, and I have one caveat to that, but we are going to get into that here in a minute. The overall cost on this elliptical is pretty well priced at $1,300, and it comes with a lot of different features, like the ability to connect to Bluetooth. It has water bottle holders. It also has oversized foot pedals, which makes it really stable and easy for a lot of people to use. Now, there isn't any sort of programming specifically on this elliptical, but you can go ahead and download the Soul app and follow along with the programming there. The Soul app has a ton of elliptical workouts for you to follow along with. It is free, and so you aren't going to have to pay like a monthly subscription in order to follow along with that programming. Another thing that I think is really smart about the app is that when you use it, you can actually track your progress and then follow all that progress within the app. So let's say you do a program, you track that, you want to go ahead and repeat that, see how you've progressed, see how you've improved, then you can see all of those metrics, repeat that workout, and then see how much you've improved over time. Another thing that I really like about the foot pedals is they are adjustable in a couple different angles. I like this because sometimes a different angle creates less pressure on your knees or less pressure on your ankles. So if you are somebody who does struggle with joint pain, knee pain, ankle mobility, then having that adjustable foot plate is actually super helpful. Now, the stride length on this elliptical is 21.5 inches. That's really, really great. Most commonly, we see about a 20-inch stride length when it comes to ellipticals. So this is actually a little bit more geared to those who have a longer stride or taller users because it's gonna give you that extra little bit of length when you are using the elliptical. Now, here is my big, my major call out to this machine. Do not assemble this yourself. There were so many ins and outs and processes that you had to follow in order to assemble this machine. And we are no strangers here to assembling equipment. This remains one of the hardest assembly processes we have ever done on any sort of cardio machine. So if it is within your budget, do yourself a service. Go ahead and just hire professional assemblers in order to assemble this machine for you. It is going to save you a massive headache and a massive amount of time. It doesn't come with any sort of touchscreen. Again, you can connect to that Soul app, but it does come with a pretty basic 7.5-inch LCD screen that is backlit. It's really easy to see your numbers, and it's going to show you a couple different metrics. The things that it's going to show you are your time elapsed, your calories burned, and then your pace. Now, again, the average cost for ellipticals is around $1,299. The Soul E25 is at that $1,300 mark, so right on par with the average cost for being a great elliptical. When you purchase this, you are going to have a lifetime warranty on the frame, a lifetime warranty on the flywheel, which is honestly unheard of. 2 years on parts, 2 years on wear, 1 year on labor, 90 days on cosmetics. Whereas the average warranty for most ellipticals is 3 years. So Soul just in general provides a really good warranty in terms of the company with their treadmills, with their ellipticals, whatever else you buy from them. So the fact that this has a lifetime warranty on the frame and the flywheel is actually incredible. Okay, so next, moving on, is the Horizon Fitness EX59. Now, we chose this for several reasons, but one of the top reasons that we chose this is because it's ideally really good for seniors. So those having balance issues, those having step-up height issues, This is why this is a good one for seniors. The step-up height on this is only 10 inches. That's actually like probably 6 inches shorter than what we see with a typical elliptical, making it a lot easier to get on and off the elliptical. Another reason we really like this specifically for seniors is because the pedals are placed a little bit closer together. It does tend to take less strain off of your backs and your hips when you have a closer movement pattern, whereas if your pedals are spread far apart, it can create a little bit more tension on like your abductors or your adductors. So because of that fact, again, this is a really good one for seniors. Okay, so again, that industry standard is about 18 to 20 inches in terms of stride length. This meets that 20-inch stride length movement pattern, so a lot of people are going to be able to use it and then have that full stride length without cutting it short. In terms of comfort features, it does come with a water bottle holder. It also comes with a little display shelf, so if you want to go ahead and put your iPad or your iPhone on that display shelf, you can totally do that. Additionally, it comes with a water bottle holder, 2 large storage cups for small items, and then a USB charging port as well as built-in speakers on the Horizon. One call out, and this is so minor, but the water bottle holder on this is so incredibly small. I think like on my original videos, I made some stupid joke about like only being able to place those Danimal yogurt cups into those cup holders because you are definitely not fitting a Yeti. You are definitely not fitting a Stanley. So keep in mind, like, it does have that water bottle holder, but it is very small. Another reason that this is really good for seniors is because it has fixed handlebars. Again, just lending to the fact that it makes it a little bit easier to get on and off the machine. So if you have balance issues, that low step-up height, those fixed handlebars, as well as the more narrow foot placement is just going to create a lot more comfortability for those seeking like that extra like sturdiness factor. And side note, I love a fixed handlebar because sometimes like on a cycle class or if I'm doing an elliptical, like I get bored, guys, and I just want to be able to rest while I'm using it. And so having those fixed handlebars is a great place to rest. Or if you're just tired of moving your arms back and forth, again, use those fixed handlebars, just concentrate on moving your legs and you'll be able to do that. This does not come with a touchscreen. It does come with a very basic screen. It's going to have a couple different programs on the elliptical itself. Things like calories, weight loss, distance, and intervals are going to pop up on your machine in order for you to be able to track those metrics. This elliptical is around $1,000. It does have a 330-pound weight capacity, which surpasses industry standard at 300 pounds. And then also the average weight capacity on most ellipticals is around 300 pounds. So this one does surpass that. The last thing about this Horizon is that it does come with a lifetime warranty on the frame, but the flywheel, parts, components, they have only a 3-year warranty coverage. Okay, so next one, and spoiler alert, I don't use ellipticals very often, like really hardly ever unless I am testing them out for you guys. They're not part of my like regular training. If I were to choose one elliptical for myself, for me to buy, for me to bring home, it would be this one, and there's a couple reasons why, but it is the Bowflex Max M6 Trainer. So the thing that makes this one unique is that it uses more of like a vertical movement pattern versus an elliptical pattern. So take a stair stepper, take an elliptical, they fall in love, they have a baby, you have this M6. This one is absolutely a quad burner. Like I am somebody who runs a lot, lifts a lot. When I get on this thing, my heart rate shoots through the roof and my quads start burning immediately. But this is great because it's a low impact workout. So instead of actively moving your feet like upstairs on like a stair climber, you actually have like these guided foot pads that are going to create that motion for you, still allowing you to really engage your quad muscles, your glute muscles, your hamstring muscles at an elevated heart rate. Not only that, but this is a compact elliptical. So I am going to tell you the measurements here in a second, but compared to the average, this is a foot shorter in length in terms of most ellipticals. Now, just because it is shorter does not mean that it is less sturdy. Like this thing is incredibly sturdy, yet super compact. If you do experience any sort of shakiness while you're using this machine, it does come with floor stabilizers, so you can level that out. I will say they are a little hard to get to. Easy process in order to change those floor stabilizers, but they are able to be changed and they are there for you in case you have an uneven surface. Now, this doesn't come with any sort of like integrated touchscreen, but you are able able to download the Journey app and use the programming off the Journey app when you buy the Bowflex. One thing to keep in mind is that Journey is a monthly subscription cost, but when you purchase the Bowflex M6, you do have 2 months free of the Journey programming, so it's an easy way to try out Journey programming, see if you like it. If not, you can easily cancel that and just go ahead and use your elliptical as you would. The M6 has a 2-year warranty on the frame and the parts, and then a 90-day warranty on labor itself. The total cost for this is $1,299, right on par for the average of what ellipticals typically cost. Now, this is super easy to move around. It's compact, and the weight on this is only 139 pounds, so I do think most people will be able to easily move this around from place to place. Another thing to keep in mind is on average, ellipticals weigh around 179 pounds, this being 40 pounds lighter than the average. The dimensions on this are 46 inches in length, 26 inches wide, and then 64.2 inches high. It also offers a 300-pound weight capacity and then 16 levels of resistance. When I say that 16th level of resistance is like absolute hell, like that thing brings the resistance. So a quad burner, easy on your joints, compact, sturdy, love the ability to connect to the Journey programming, but you definitely don't have to. And again, right on par on that average cost point with other ellipticals. All right, last one I am going to mention is by Yuda, and it is the Dolphin Elliptical. Was that like a good dolphin? One of the reasons we chose the Dolphin Elliptical is one of the most sturdy, durable ellipticals that we have tested so far. Now, you are going to see that reflected in the cost point at $1,699, making this one of the more expensive options of ellipticals that you can choose. Other ellipticals do tend to have some sort of shake with them. This one did not. Like, it is planted like a heavy stone on the ground. It actually is very hard to move at all. So this is sturdy, it's durable, but it's not an elliptical I would want to be picking up and moving around from place to place a lot. The weight on this is 202 pounds, which overall doesn't feel too heavy, but for whatever reason, moving it, whether that's on gym floor or whether that's on turf, does feel a little bit harder than some like treadmill or other ellipticals that we have tested around that weight point. Now, you don't need a subscription in order to use the programming on the Yuda, which for me is a positive. I know from the comments, a lot of you feel like that's a positive. You're not for the subscription-based equipment. So that is a positive, but if you are looking for subscription-based programming, then you'll probably want to look at something like the Soul or like a Nordic Track. They do have a ton of built-in programs on the elliptical itself. One of my favorite ones to test out was the target heart rate. I just found it like fun being able to keep it in a certain zone, setting the target heart rate that I wanted, and then being able to follow along that way. It does come with Bluetooth and it does come with a fan. However, these are my major call outs about this particular elliptical. So the Bluetooth, when you connect it, the speakers, they almost have like this crunchy sound. Like, I would actually just like not use it at all. Pop in your AirPods, pop on your headphones, and listen to your music or your audiobook that way. The other thing is the fan is basically like silly. Like, honestly, I had my hand about 4 inches away, barely felt the air coming through that fan. So again, not a great fan option, not a good way to cool down. In terms of its flywheel, it does come with a 20-pound flywheel, whereas the average flywheel weight on an elliptical is 19 pounds. So just slightly above average, but a 20-pound flywheel is going to create a durable, smooth, long-lasting machine. Now, this is a little bit of a bigger elliptical than we see with some of the average, and it's about 2 feet to 3 feet longer than the Bowflex M6. The measurements on this one are 74 inches in length, 38 inches wide, and then 68 inches high. It does come with a weight capacity of 330 pounds, which again is above average. And then the warranty on this is 3 years on the frame and then 1 year on parts and labor. Overall, which one am I choosing? I'm choosing the Bowflex Max Trainer M6. Like, I love that thing. I liked it the first time I tested it, probably 2 years ago. Retested it recently, still love that thing. But if you are looking for more of like a typical elliptical, I don't think you could go wrong with any of these. If I had to put them in categories, I'd probably say Bowflex first, then Yuda, then the Soul, and then the Horizon. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about all the ellipticals we talked about in the comments below. This has been Lindsay with Garage Gym Reviews. Peace.